What's up, YouTube? It's TYP336 here. We got my big brother here, Courtney Waller.
What's up?
We're here at the YCS Charlotte. He's going to show us his the return of the Blackwing deck.
Courtney Waller loves men.
Courtney, what's your what's your record so far?
Right now I'm X2. I just had my feature match. I want to get 6 Sams. We went to game 3. He drew the Trunade, which I can't be upset because my deck does the same thing. But he won that game, so that put me in X2. I would have been X1 because I went against a friendly matchup in game 3. My gut instinct told me to Mind Crush Mirage, and I went against my gut instinct, and he summoned a Mirage. And he knew I had the Mind Crush, and I even told him, I was like, I really want a Mind Crush, you can call Mirage. And he looked at me, he was like, you should have done it, you're a good reader, people. So I was like, it is what it is. So I'm X2, hopefully more than likely. I still should be making day 2 tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be pressing on to top 32 and farther than that. I don't know. It is what it is. Alright. I call my deck Vayu Turbo Elite. Don't ask why I call Elite, I decided to put a spin on it. This is my 2.0 version for the new format. Starting off with the monsters, I apologize if all the monsters aren't categorized. That's because I don't feel like separating and reshuffling. I do run 3 Vayus. Of course, Vayu is one of the engines of the deck, along with the Sirocco. I do run 2 Shores only. You don't want the Shores to go ahead and be at 3 because they're really not grabbing on anything other than the Vayu itself. 2 Greffers, that's the prime engine of the deck. A lot of people will not Solemn Warning this card. They will stop everything else. So these right here are my baby Cyber Dragons that I use to bait out Bottomless, bait out Warnings, and then I'll drop him on field and just pitch off. And some people have the warning and let him just ride and do whatever. And then usually around turn 3 or 4, they try and kill him off when he's already served his purpose. I do run 2 Blizzards. I have to have the 1 Kalute only because I just have respect for Kalute. 1 Spirit Reaper main, 1 Gale. There's the other Blizzards, Siroccos. I guess I'm going to just have the power shuffle anyway. Sorry for it to be all messy. 1 Dad. A lot of people don't like maining the Dad, but to me, the Dad still has to be in there because he can go ahead and just do his thing. He's another win condition of the deck. So again, 3 Siroccos, 3 Vayus, 2 Shuras, 2 Greffers, 2 Blizzards, 1 Reaper, 1 Kalute, 1 Gale, 1 Dad. That gives me my monster lineup of 16. Again, I apologize for it being messy. That'll move on to the spells. I do run 3 dualities in this build, even though it's a turbo and you would assume that you need special summon frequently. That's not true. Any good player knows that with dualities, you just control your special summonings. Opening this card up turn 1 is extremely useful and viable for everything in the deck, and it just rips. Honestly, I really felt this needed to be dropped to 2 by the ban list. To replace the Kalutes and the Book of Moons that got limited, I run Econ. It allows their monsters to be put in defense, or if I need to make an OTK that seems not possible, I'll usually go ahead, Econ, sack off a monster I can't use, take what they have, and push out for it to either bait their back row or swing out for game. The 1 Book of Moon, the 1 Rhoda to go ahead and grab out the Greffer, of course the Reborn, 1 Allure for additional draw power, the 1 Whirlwind, usually I open up with that, so that gives me thin out my deck and keep my hand stable, and the 1 Burial. This card right here, at all costs, I try and make sure this card is not taken to the grave, destroyed, anything. This allows me to recycle all my Vayus and plus out. So I had 12 when it comes to spells. That'll move on to my trap lineup. My trap lineup is, of course, 2 Icarus attacks. Oh, my apologies, Giant Trunade and the spells. We were just talking about that. 2 Icarus attacks, 2 Delta Crows. This, I love this card. It's unpredictable by people. They usually go ahead and set 4 to 5 back row because they're like, all right, he can have the 1 out of 2 Icarus, so he's only going to blow 2. So hopefully he'll hit the wrong ones or hit 1 good one and then hit a false one. So when they in turn, I just Delta, blow out the back row, and usually they'll just go ahead and scoop and go to the next game. I do main 1 Mind Crush. With this format right now, dualities, Sheehan Smoke Signals, Rhodas, E-Call, everything that can search out is viable, even from Charger Light Brigade. Everything is being searched out and revealed to you. So Mind Crush is a very viable card. When they Trunade you, and depending on what deck it is, you know what the key card needs to be called to go ahead and Mind Crush. 2 Warnings. I mean 1 DDV. Some matchups is dead, but it allows me to constantly know what's in my opponent's hand so I can play around everything they have. 1 7 tools so I can stop any trap that they have. I usually get countered by another 7 tools, but I'd rather waste your back row because it's serving its purpose either way. 2 bottomless, which I may drop down to 1. 1 Mirror Force, and then a main Royal Oppression. Again, you control your special summonings, so an oppression will not hurt you, and then the Vayus, they can pay 8, but nothing's going to happen. My deck total is at 41, and the reason why it's at 41, the Reaper actually pushed it over by 1 to make it 41. That goes over to my side deck. My side deck is extremely weird right now. I have the 2nd Reaper, 2 Kinetic Soldiers. This is for any E-Hero deck and 6 Sam deck. 1 MST, that's only a knockoff, 1 Necro Valley, because I only need to kill the Necro Valley 1 time so I can go off, or hit 1 Decree. Usually I'll let them keep the Decree on the field and make a extremely harsh play, like go swing on Mirror Force, and I'll be like, I have a Decree, and I'll be like, I'll chain to my Mirror Force, or chain to your Decree and let it resolve. I do not main Dark Hole. I have my own personal reasons why. I hate when people draw and play Dark Hole. I side deck mine. So when I win and clear the entire field, it's because I use my skill to do it. 1 Effect Veiler for times that I need to go ahead and just stop your effects immediately. The Bogart Knight, the Kageshi, whoever, what do you want to call it. 2nd DDV, if I go against Chaos Plants, I wreck face against them. 2 Banishers to stop any searches. Not Banishers, I took the Banishers out last night, my apologies. Thunder King. He's a great friend and enemy at the same time, because I get mad when they open it up first turn and I'm like, damn, these dualities suck right now. But I love doing this to my opponent. 2 Cyber Dragons, that's for any mock in the deck, or if I need to push over and do additional damage. 1 Starlight Road if I go against the mirror match. 2 DD Crows, that's for almost any deck that needs to resolve in the grave or rely on the grave. And then my special attack would be Elector, Sovereign of Birds. I can special summon them when they control 2 or more monsters of the same attribute. So basically, any deck that's an archetype that contains the same attribute, I drop him on field. I can negate any face-up card that I want. If you're locking me out with a Decree and I've wasted the MST, I'll go ahead and negate your Decree, let all my traps go off, Delta, whatever, Icarus, or I'll negate a Consecrated Light and then keep plussing. So he can do whatever I want. He's a winged beast and he's Icarusable. So that's my special tech that I'm running at the moment. I brought him out 4 times a day so far. Going on to my synchros, 15 of course. Inferni Doom Dragon, that's only if I need to do additional blow damage, burn damage, in case I don't want to push because I'm afraid of what you have. My Batman Colossal Fighter, he's just in there because he's Batman. Because he's black. And he's black. You gotta have some black. I'm sorry, that's Leontre, that's my boy.
Shout out to the dude school.
I gotta point one thing out. Now,
what you gotta point?
Now you can go to all them white folks and hate the hairs. You notice they mats still look pristine.
Oh,
but the nigga mats are faded out because we use ours all the time.
He damn right. He damn right. That's my boy. He damn right.
You know me and Courtney keeps it racial.
It's true. Racism still exists. White power. So we got Silver when the Ascendant. I only run 1 and 1 is only needed. Let me just keep these up. Stardust Dragon, I run 2. The reason why I don't have this one as Ghost is because in case I do go into the Starlight Road, I'll drop this one. Or in case I bring the Ultimate out, I know he's going to die and he's not meant to stay on the field.
Roundabout.
Alright, Black Rose Dragon, 2 Armor Masters. Because it's a Vayu Turbo, 3 Arm Wings. It allows everything to keep recycling itself. 1 Brainiac, 1 Magical Android in case you go into time, I can plus off with life points. And a Catastor, he's in there for DDV and for the 3rd Dark. Chimera Tech, I only run 1 in case I have to go against Machina and Gadget. So that's my entire deck, side deck and everything.
So what do you think about like the format so far and how it's going? Is it too early to tell what the top decks are?
No. They said that, what do you call that deck? The Dragon deck? Dragoonies, yeah. They said Dragoonies were going to be like extremely good or whatever, but I think they have some flaws to them. I really don't see any at the top table, maybe like a few, but that's about it. But I do believe Dragoonies are still going to be good. Sam's, of course, because they weren't hit that hard. Chaos Plants, I just love Chaos Plants. I may run that. That's probably about it, but I do see they're going to die off. Glads have a potential to come back somewhat, but I think they're going to die off, and any Tech Guinness type deck, including Librarian OTK and Fable, they're going to come up in rank and actually take care of the format for us. So I do think that because people don't worry about Black Wings, we actually have major potential to go ahead and still balance out the entire format. So that's about it. Oh, shout out to my boy TYP, Leontre, and rest in peace to my boy Adam Foster. He passed away 2 weeks ago. And my shout outs to Kevin Holloway, my other teammate. He's out at sea protecting my country. So, deuces.
Let it be known that he actually has said something about playing something that's not Black Wing. You see it on YouTube, right?
I said it, but I ain't keep my word.
He always playing nigga wings, and it gets repetitive from Courtney.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna stay like that.
This is TYP 336 sign out. If it ain't pro, it ain't us.